In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you top 10 stocks for the Nasdaq 100 for 2025. Then we're going to be looking at a new suspect for MMTLP and also sharing some breaking news for MMTLP from NextBridge Hydrocarbons. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, from the Wall Street Journal, we can see here that Trump's liberation date on tariffs is looming on Wednesday. The Dow Jones has slipped, the Nasdaq is also down, and the markets are very, very concerned so far. And from Reuters, we can see here that factories around the world are bracing themselves for Trump's tariffs. Wall Street is down, as we've just seen. However, one commodity that has been doing exceptionally well is gold, all currently at very, very close to all-time highs, and that is in response to concerns with regard to markets. And from a European point of view, we can see that investors have just poured $11 billion into Europe's ETFs to make Europe stronger. So not great news there for the US markets. But let's have a look at one of the stocks that we've been watching in the Discord, and that is Newsmax. And we can see here article here from Bloomberg. Newsmax has become a meme stock with a 1,160% post-IPO surge. So that has gone up to over 1,300 right now at time of editing, and it's I would probably call this as a meme stock. It's valued higher than SoFi and HIMS. It opened up 51% at time of editing, $125. We're looking at a huge surge, market value close to $16 billion. And if we look here right now, it's all trading just close to $143. I do expect a very, very strong pullback in this, so certainly want to trade with care. And finally, shout out to the biotech channel in the Discord. We have called out two huge stocks this morning. First one is ticker symbol BIAF. They reported record 2024 revenue of $9.4 million. That was up 274% from the previous 2023. So great news there. And then the other stock that we've just called out live in the Discord is ticker symbol APDN, which has had tremendous news from the FDA. So go ahead and check out both of those stocks. Before we get started, I'd like to take 1 minute of your time to share details of the Trading Secrets Discord. This includes daily stock alerts shared in the pre-market, the weekly watches shared prior to trading on the Monday, the $1 Million Challenge, and much more. So we also have had some tremendous calls in the weekly watch list, as well as the daily stock alerts, and these include LEAS up over 152% on the week, DOMH up over 210% on the week, IGTI up over 77% on the week, and many more. We have a new channel called Top Ranked Stocks DD, and this includes PDF reports which you can download and use for research and due diligence. Obviously, you can join us in live trading chat as well. We've just had a $2,000 Discord update, which includes breaking news for stocks, including bio stocks, earnings, analyst ratings, Reddit news, why the stock is moving, and much more. And as well as that, you can join us in the famous $1 Million Challenge, where we look at compound return investing and 201 trades. And just a reminder of the power of compounding. If you have 1 cent, you double that for 30 days, you would have over $5 million, but we are using a strategy of just a 3.5% return. Now I'm going to share with you the top 10 stocks for 2025 for the Nasdaq 100, looking at the top 3 first of all. So that number 1 is ticker symbol EXC, also known as Exelon Corporation. So let's start by having a look at what this company is about. There is a utility services holding company. They engage in energy distribution and transmission businesses. They're involved in the purchase and regulation and sale of energy, natural gas transmissions and distribution of electricity. So this is a solid company that is not really affected by the tariffs. If we look at the recent news, they announced first quarter results on May the 1st, which were well received, and they also have a new appointment there, David DeWalt, to the board of directors. So founded in 1999, trading on the Nasdaq. So for the year to date, we can see it's up over 22.25% at $46.02, a market cap of $46.28 billion. Revenue of $23.03 billion, and also profit making with a net income of $2.46 billion. So what's also great about this stock, it's a dividend paying stock. The current dividend is $1.60 or 3.48%. Let's now move on to have a look at the financials, and we can also see a strong positive growth in revenue, strong earnings also, and a positive upward trend. So great news there for ticker symbol EXC. Let's move on now to the second stock I'd like to share with you. This is ticker symbol PDD, also known as PDD Holdings. So let's have a look at details of the company. It's a multinational company group. They own a portfolio of businesses. They operate Pinduoduo, an e-commerce commerce platform, and this has products in various categories including agriculture, produce, apparel, shoes, bags, childcare products, food and beverages. So very, very well diversified. The latest news here we can see from Benziga, they're looking at a golden cross as Temu's growth battle heats up. So we also have reset expectations, looking at growth amongst market challenges, and overall trading on the Nasdaq under PDD, IPO'd in July 26. We have a look at the summary for the year to date 2025. We can see the stock is up over 22%, currently trading at $118.35, market cap of just over $164 billion, revenue of $53.96 billion, and a very healthy net income, i.e. profit making, just in excess of $15.4 billion for PDD. If we have a look at the financials, we can see again strong growth in revenue, strong growth in earnings. Earnings were $112.43 billion, and that was an increase of 87.31%. So great figures there for PDD. And the final stock I'd like to share with you is ticker symbol GILD, also known as Gilead Sciences Incorporated. So this is a biopharmaceutical company. The company discovers, develops and commercializes medicines in the area of unmet medical needs in the United States, Europe and internationally. So if we have a look at the latest news here, it states here basically Trump is looking at tariffs on Ireland's pharmacy industry. So this is a stock that could be hit. However, right now it is beating the hit overall in terms of comparing to the market, because obviously some of the things they're involved in have tremendous momentum. So we have a look at the current chart and year-to-date performance, but again up over 21%, trading at $112.05, market cap of $139.54 billion. So this is not one of those small cap bio stocks with much higher risk. They have a revenue of $28.75 billion, and they also make a profit of $480 million. Let's now have a look at breaking news from NextBridge Hydrocarbons. They've just filed a Form 12B25, and this is to notify the SEC that they are late with the 10K filing. So not great news here. I'm sure there are going to be reasons for this, but let's have a look at a reminder in terms of the different filings that these are shared in our education channel in the Discord, and in terms of what they have been late with. Can see the 10K would have been the annual report. So the 10Q would be a quarterly report, the 8K would be disclosure of a material event, and the one that we've all been waiting for, the S1, which would be registration before or after IPO. So the long awaited S1 still outstanding. I'd like to now give a shout out to Reese Politics, who's posted with regards to the SEC and Doge, and what he stated here is that Representative Maxine Walters has sent a new panic letter to the acting SEC chair, and she stated concerns over Doge investigating the SEC. So she states here she's deeply disturbed that the Doge has infiltrated the SEC and is warning that this could cause manipulation in the markets. Yes, let me repeat that. She thinks this could cause manipulation in the market. So certainly very, very ironic there. And the irony here is that Waters oversaw the committee that investigated HUD, and also had a role in the buy button that was switched off for GME. There was no penalty dished out, and obviously which we know that she may not be a friend for the retail investor. And we can see here in the screenshot shared, it states that she has concerns over confidential business information and the influence over the agency's operations that should be transparent and free from manipulation while continuing their role. So I think she certainly is coming across very worried. So let's have a look at a response from Curtis, who stated, how crazy would it be if Doge and the Doge SEC revealed someone's chief counsel engaging in the instruction of MMTLP? So this is another angle on this, and it could be wild. So maybe she had a hand in MMTLP, and that's also another concern that she has in something that could be uncovered. And the final shout out I'm going to give is to Seminole Church, and this is a staggering post with regard to 33,000 emails. So it's a FOIA request from March 17, 2025, and we can see here, if we have a look at the second image shared, it states here We have identified in excess of 33,000 email records that may be responsive to your request. So these obviously email records requested for things like conversations and correspondence with people like Ari Rubenstein, the SEC, GTS Securities, FINRA, and much more. And what they have stated here is, at present we anticipate that it may take 36 months, i.e. 3 years or more, before we can actually begin to process a request that is placed in our complex track. So it looks like they're saying basically you can have your information, but it will take us 3 years to get started. So I think that is quite a pathetic response. Finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.